I think, the one thing that has always been kind of clear from the start is who our customer is, because our customer is me and Scott. I guess what we noticed from working in the tech space, I was working at Salesforce at the time. Scott was a software engineer in London, building consumer experiences for the likes of Google and Nike. And one thing that we recognized, and particularly when I was at Salesforce, sitting on a floor of 300 or so other salespeople, we all own Salesforce stock. That was a topic of conversation constantly in Salesforce, and I know from speaking to other people at other tech companies, stock options are an ongoing conversation, and a conversation that you're not always very far from. So there was already this kind of ownership that people had some experience of. And what I recognized at Salesforce, I was selling into venture-backed tech companies across the UK, there was constant conversations almost daily about the interesting companies that we were selling into. We couldn't share in the upside outside of selling them technology, outside selling them software, and how cool it would be to be a shareholder. And then a client company of mine, who I thought that I was going to be selling some software to, went quiet, and I found out shortly after that they had been acquired by Workday. And that kind of was a bit of a spark again, got me thinking on this space again as to why can't someone like me who has relevant technology sales experience, relevant networks, relevant skill sets, invest in companies like these? And it typically just came down to net worth. I didn't have the net worth, but I knew that there was more people like me, because I was sitting amongst them in my office, that would be interested in this stuff. So that was kind of a bit more of a catalyst that made us go out and start to validate this idea and speak with people and understand, are there more people like us who might want to invest in these things?